Hi, welcome back to This Mama Loves. And I guess I'm gonna do a what I eat in a day today. So I'm Lauri. I am on a weight loss journey that has been a struggle for real this past year. I've gained some weight back from what I lost. Um, and I'm starting to slowly creep back into um what do they call it? Like a weight decade, you know, that I don't want to creep back into. So I've really just been giving it some thought and some things that I want to do, try to do, stop being lazy, stop a lot of things. Anyways, things that I need to work on. So it's been a minute since I've put out a video. A lot has gone on. Um, that's just been very stressful and stressful for others in the family, and me just putting my stress aside and just trying to be there for them. And we had to give our dog away. um, we just don't have the space that she needs open space. She's a herding dog. You know we don't live in a big enough space. If we had a backyard where she can just run free, and play and stuff, that would have been ideal, but we don't. And so it was a hard decision, but we had to ultimately think of what was best for her and the family. She was a very nervous dog, and she destroyed a lot of stuff in the house. She, kind of chewed up the couch, the chairs, like our dining room chairs, you know. Um, but she just was not getting that energy release she needs. And that, coupled with the fact that, you know, when we're not here, or when I was doing schooling for Isabel, she had to be in her kennel because we couldn't watch her, because again, she chews up everything and you have to keep an eye on her. um that, coupled with, like, she knows to tell us if she has to go to the bathroom when she's in a kennel. When she's not the case at all. Not the case. So anyways, that was a while ago. We had to do that, and it hit everybody. It was a tough decision, and everybody misses her, but it hit my husband the hardest. And you know it was a struggle for him. And so he decided, because he's a dog person, and he's had a therapist that told him he needs a dog in his life. And so it was really rough for him, especially. And so ultimately, his therapist told him that her son, little, like, this was like a week ago or so, her son had a cat that had kittens, and he had some kittens left. And she thought, perhaps because he's not ready for another dog, um, and you know he's not ready for another dog. We had a dog when I first met him. He had two dogs, and like, before, I think, was I pregnant with my youngest? I might not have been. I don't know. But before, when Deanna was younger, um, and he was an old dog. Both the dogs were pretty old. Um, we discovered he had tumors, and the doctor said there was nothing that could be done for him, so he had to be put down. And then when that happened, the other dog, you could tell she just became kind of despondent. She just wasn't as playful. She, was very listless. She would just lay there a lot. And ultimately, she started to get sick. And the vet said that you know, she wasn't going to make it. So that was hard for him, um, because he had the last one that died. He had since a puppy. Samson, I think, was already a not an adult dog or borderline puppy adult dog. So he had both dogs for quite a long time, and it was a lot for him. Um, so having to give Harley away was very difficult for him, but ultimately it was what was best for the dog. And we just could not provide her with the type of area that she needs. So he decided that he would get the kitten. So we got a kitten. um, and his name is Shadow, and he's very playful. And okay, I'm gonna see if I can get him. So we're gonna excuse any mess that you see in the background. Come here, Shadow. Come here. Come on. Oh, it's a good kitty. Come here. Okay, so here's Shadow. Yeah. Yeah, you're a good kitty. He should be about 3 weeks now, I think. Okay, you go finish eating. Come on. You go finish. Okay. We're gonna put a pause. Okay, so he's gonna finish eating. Anyways, so yeah, I've been thinking of a few things. I decided to meal prep this week. So I don't know if I'll record it because it just simply is a little difficult doing things like that with the girls home. Perhaps when they start school. When they start school, there's a lot more content that I do want to get out. A lot more videos I want to be able to make, because I can have the peace and the calm that I need to focus. So for now, I'm going to go make breakfast, and I will show you what I'm having. All right, so here I am at my desk, and I made lunch. Oh my gosh, I made breakfast. So I made like egg foo young. I guess I had some leftover gravy from the last time we went to the Chinese restaurant. It was like a few weeks ago, but I freeze it. So I only counted for 2 points. It might be more than that because there is sugar in there, or some sweetener. But I'm just counting for 2 points. I've always just counted for 2 points. It is what it is. So inside here, I am also not counting the oil. I've decided that when I use the avocado oil, because it's a healthy fat, I'm not counting it. I don't go overboard with it usually. And what I do is I let it sit in paper towel to absorb the oil after it's done. So I have 3 omelets here. I use 2 eggs and a little splash of egg white, some soy sauce, some white pepper. I have some green peas in here. I grew up calling them sweet peas, so sometimes I'll just say sweet peas. But I have some green peas in here, some onions, some scallions, and some shrimp that I kind of diced up, the shrimp. I keep my onions and scallions big because I like the flavor they give. I don't like biting into them. Unless the onion is cooked down like to the point where it's almost like caramelized, where it almost melts away, then I'm fine with that. And as long as they're not big either. So anyways, neither here nor there. So that's what I made in them. So all of this, I'm counting for 0. If I were to count the oil, maybe the 2 or 3 points. I'm not counting the oil. So I'm counting this as a 2-point breakfast. And then I have some grapes and a plout here. And this is usually I'll graze on this throughout the morning while I'm at my computer. I am also working on some lunch and dinner plans. Not to say that this is what I'm going to have next week, but I'm just writing down some ideas and some videos I see and stuff like that. And then I will make my meal plan from there. So yeah, so this is my 2-point breakfast. I have my coffee also. And look how cute is this cup. I got this from Marshall's. I got my coffee here. It is 0 points. But I'm still in between counting my coffee if I decide to make it pointed. But I have 0 points worth of fat-free half and half and fat-free, sugar-free creamer. So anyways, neither here nor there. So that's 0 points. This is, I'm counting this as a 2-point breakfast. Okay, so while my lunch is cooking, I thought I would come on and just talk about some things, revelations, I don't know. I'm drinking my water, and I have the Great Value sweet tea water enhancer in here. Okay, so some things. Well, first let me start with, I put myself on maintenance starting last week, and I am not sure how long I'm going to do this for. Probably maybe until the end of this week. Maybe I'll do another week. Maybe I'll do the month of August. I'm not sure at this point. But I just need a reset. I don't know. I need something. So I think this is like kind of crooked, but I don't know how to fix it. So, whatever's whatever. Anyways, so with that, what I'm like I said in the past, my biggest struggle has been late night eating, and so that is something that I am working on. What I have found that does seem like it's starting to help is eating my weeklies. Now I ultimately always wind up eating my weeklies and then some, because I'm going way over a lot every day. Well, not every day, but a lot of days in a week, you know. And so I have, at least for last week, I found that eating my weeklies throughout the day, and I mean, like, I'll still, you know, have some wiggle room in the evening, but eating my weeklies throughout the day, there's a fly in here and it's driving me crazy, has been helping. Finding a comfortable place in doing that. So I might have that snack I normally wouldn't have, or the meal I might not normally have, because it's a lot of points. It might not necessarily be unhealthy per se, but it's still kind of high in points. So I found that even though I know on Weight Watchers I don't have to deny myself everything, but on some level I do, and I feel like I have to. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, okay, yeah, you can eat whatever you want, just portion control and blah blah blah. You know, but there are times when I want like a high point meal, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll have to say that for the beginning of next week or whatever. Also, that I tend to always blow through a good chunk of my weeklies Saturday and Sunday. So I did go through quite a bit of weeklies this Saturday and Sunday, but nowhere near like I typically would. And Sunday's blow through really had to do with a lot of late night snacking. Um, if not for that, I wouldn't have blown through all, as many points as I did. So I didn't get a blue dot on Sunday, but I did Saturday and I did Monday. Today's Tuesday. So, I have found that I just need to make those things that I'm craving work them in. Have however points. Don't feel bad that I'm going into weeklies during the day. So a lot of times what I would do is I would try to eat so low point that I would have a lot of points left over for nighttime just in case I do binge eat or snack. Or I know that's a trigger word, so I'm not going to say that, even though that's what I feel like it is. But, overeat, whatever, snacking late at night. I have found that if I do have these things during the day, those things that I reach for late at night are not the things that I am going to overly eat late at night, So like if I'm like during the day, I really want some chips and I'm like, no, we're gonna keep low point, blah, 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 and I won't have those chips. Late at night, that night, I'm gonna be in those chips hardcore. Like I have the bag in hand and I'm just, I'm not weighing nothing. I'm just like going at it. So every night I'm gonna make sure that I have popcorn popped and ready to go so that I can just, season it up however and be done. So that when I'm like, I want a snack, I'm gonna reach for that. It's already made. I don't have to like, oh, I don't feel like popping it, whatever. I need to learn to talk myself down. So when I'm like, but I feel like making a sandwich like I did last night, but I still was able to maintain a blue dot even though I had that sandwich because I opted to have turkey instead of ham, and the bread I used was pretty good in points, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad as bad as it could have been. So yeah, so I want to be mindful about the amount that I'm eating during the day, but still satisfy that craving. That's what I'm starting to learn. Is something that could work for me. I just need to execute it, fine tune it, execute it better, perhaps, So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be attempting to do while I'm on maintenance. Learn to incorporate those dailies in an efficient way during the day for those items that I am like, I would typically say no to during the day. That's my goal. Also, to increase the amount of water I drink. I have been doing better. I've been having a few of these in a day. This is 24 ounces. Typically, I probably only get one of these in a day. So that's better. Even if I do two, that's better than what I was doing before. So I'm not going to knock myself for that. I've been trying to keep fresh fruit on deck. So that also, that's more of a go-to. It's just like late at night, that's not what I'm craving. I'm craving all the wrong things. Right now we have a lot of snacks in here that are triggers for me. And I think that once these are gone, I did get some alternates. So like when I'm like, I want ice cream, and it's ice cream for my husband and for the girls. And instead of digging into that, I got the Halo Top, their salted caramel. I tried it last night. I did like it. So I want ice cream. I'll go in there and then be done with that. I also did get the Halo Top, their fruit ices, pops, I don't know what it's called, which I think are 2 points. I can't remember. I think they're 2 points for each. So, which I like the Outshine ones. It's called Outshine, which is this the same kind of thing, but I think their thin Outshine ones are 2 points. I think the bigger ones are 4 or 6. I can't quite remember, but that's my plan going forward, and I'll try to keep filming more and hopefully be held accountable for what's going on. So I'm going to get lunch and I'll show you what I'm having. Okay, so here is my lunch. So I have a fried fish. This is a tilapia fillet. I used some like fish fry mix. I used 1 point's worth of that. And then I have here a salad, just some mixed greens. And I cut up an egg, a hard-boiled egg. Some salt and pepper and some Italian dressing. I have 1 point's worth of the dressing and a few dashes of lemon juice. So this is going to be a 1 point lunch. Okay, so I decided to have a little snack. I did eat I didn't eat all the grapes because my youngest came in and said, "Can I have your grapes?" And I said, "No, you can have some." And she took some as more than half. So I had some of the grapes, and I did eat that plout, which was very sweet. I loved it. I was glad for that. So anyways, snack. I decided I wanted something salty. So I got these. I'm trying not to drop them because it's not in the bag. I got some of these, which are the Myers brand, I guess Myers brand version of like those Chester puffs, those Chesters, the butter flavor ones. So this is the butter flavored corn puffs, or I think Myers, it's puff corn. So it's like this. It's kind of like the Trader Joe's, the Pirate Booty, but it's not cheese flavored, it's butter flavored. So this amount here, I'll show you again if I can get it without dropping it. So this amount here is 2 points. So I weighed it out, so it's 11 grams, and I love these. These are salty, they're buttery, they can be addictive, but I'm trying the whole don't deny yourself. You know, within moderation. If you're going into your weeklies, okay. So for what I have planned for dinner, which is a very high point dinner, I should still have some points left over today. And I guess depending on how the day goes, so that I don't know if I will go into my weeklies today. We'll see. I don't know. We see how the day go. Oh, another thing that I've been doing is incorporating Greek yogurt, trying to find more ways to get protein in, so I, feel a little more full, even though sometimes it's not a matter of hunger. Anyways, also what I forgot to add in is that I need to get off my lazy butt and exercise more. So I'm not gonna be like, "Oh girl, we're gonna do every day, well, 5 days a week, we're gonna exercise." No, I'm not, and I know I will fail at that. So I'm starting off with 2 days. And I'm actually counting yesterday as one because my husband surprised us with a trip to the zoo. I was gonna say park where? Anyways, to the zoo. My timer. Okay, so he surprised us with a trip to the zoo, and we walked around, and I wound up by the end of the day with, I think, like 10,000 or just over 10,000 steps. But while there, I forget how many. I think while there I had 8,000 steps just at the park. park? What? At the zoo. And then I had we ate there, which was a pretty high point meal, I'm sure. I tried to track it as best I could, but I wound up working off, I don't know, somewhere almost 600 calories while at the zoo, that is. So I tracked it on my Fitbit. I put it in walk, and we walked. We walked a lot. But it was nice. We had fun, and so I am counting yesterday as an exercise day. So I need one more exercise day, and if I get another in, that's just a bonus to me. I'm not going to constantly set these goals that, even while to me seem like that's easy, but yet I don't meet them, and then I feel bad. So I'm setting low, little itty bitty goals, and if I meet them, great. If I happen to do more than that, that's gravy. That's what it is. So yeah, so I'm gonna have the snack, and I think we'll work more on some meal ideas, and I'll be back when next I eat. So here is my dinner. I made like a New York style chopped cheese, which is basically like cheeseburger, but cut up, like what do you call it, diced up, you know, like when you make chopped meat, when you make ground beef, whatever. Anyways, so there's Velveeta cheese, the bread, everything. So I put the whole recipe into the recipe builder, and it comes up as 6 points for the whole sandwich. So I mix 1 minute, Shadow. We'll be there in a minute. Come sit with us. Okay, so I use 96 lean ground beef, and I use 98% lean ground chicken, and I mix it up. So, and a good chunk of it is the chicken, more so than the beef. So that really helps to cut down on the points, but everyone still gets that beef flavor, so they're happy. I have some onion rings that I kind of burnt in the air fryer. But this is 4 points worth of the onion rings. So this is a 10-point dinner. I guess it's kind of good that I burnt a lot of it in the air fryer, because I was going to have more. But this is a good amount anyway for me. Usually that's how much I would eat. So 4 points on the onion rings, 6 for the sandwich. And so this is a 10-point dinner. And I will be drinking some Zevia black cherry, which is 0 points. So that's dinner.